Greetings and salutations, humans. This is Froggy and Friends, and we're playing Grit. Last time, well, we're starting off is right after an incident where Jeremiah Ignatius Greywater hit Tulok, and Tulok hit him back.
Yep, that happened.
Yep. So,
You're welcome for that.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That came out better. Tulok came out better than we all thought. So
Yeah.
physically speaking.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see here. Jade burned down an old lady's house.
Yes, I did.
With
Yes.
no hesitation.
Yeah, I was gonna say there was no hesitation there.
Yep, no hesitation. But you did get Mildred on her way. Cedric had a heart-to-heart with Edmund. Let's see here, what else?
Tulok didn't know how to keep things to himself last game
Yep,
either.
No way.
The
yep,
way you kept just like we're like standing in the street and you're like, so why did you burn
Oh,
that old
yeah,
woman's
yeah.
house?
yep.
Yeah.
To the ground.
You mean he's
Yeah.
not discreet. You're absolutely right.
And then in the middle of her shop, starting to ask questions.
Yeah.
Speaking of, you wanted to say something, so like just remember, like you guys are going to be walking to the Rojas house, or you could have time prior, if you remember what you wanted to say. So this is like 5 o'clock at night, and you're supposed to go there at 9. So there is some time.
We gotta sober Cedric up, right?
Yep, and he ran off to his room after throwing the pocket sand. So he's in his
Yes.
room. And Jeremiah walked to the palace after the hits.
Yep.
And
Good
that's,
times.
Yep, that's where we left off. So
Yeah.
what are y'all wanting to do? You got 4
So,
hours.
Go and hang out, cool off. Unless someone really needed him, he'd probably stay in his room.
Okay.
I guess I'm gonna go check on Cedric.
All right then. And he's in his room, so
Okay. I knock on the door.
okay.
Cedric, are you in there?
Where else would I be?
Just checking on you to make sure you're all right after this evening's events.
Cedric will open the door. And he's kind of short, so she's looking down on him.
You're probably about the same height.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Never mind. He's like, I do not know what came over me. I feel bad, but I don't at the same time. So, don't expect any apologies from me.
I wouldn't think of asking for an apology from you, Cedric.
No. He shuts the door.
Get some coffee or something.
No, he's got his schnapps.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh boy.
We're gonna soap you up.
That's why you were drunk in the first place.
I'd say through the door, hey Cedric, please make sure you drink some coffee or at least sober up a little before dinner, please. It's at 9.
What do you think? I'm a rookie?
All I'm saying is, after this evening, I don't want us to be in any more trouble than we probably already are.
He opens the door and he has coffee in his hand just to show it to her. And then he shuts the door again.
Jade at that point then would be like, okay, and goes downstairs.
Wow. So that's everything, I guess. Is that
Yeah.
That's all that I have.
okay? So this is a few hour wait for everybody, I guess. So so about like 8:15. Do you guys want to all start heading that way?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sounds like a good idea.
All right.
Better to be early than late.
All right. And Jeremiah does join your group walking to the Rojas house.
So we'll all be on our best behavior.
Yeah. I'll be on my best behavior.
One can only hope.
Is there anything I should not ask these guys while we're there? Like, I seem to remember we had some friends that we are not supposed to be friends with there.
How about you keep your mouth shut the entire time and don't open it except to put food in your mouth and drink in your mouth?
Should I still say please and thank you?
Yes.
Not even, no. I want you to be mute this evening.
Okay.
But if they look... No, never mind. You know what? No, she's probably right.
He's just gonna slowly walk, like slow down his walk, because he's normally got big steps. He's gonna slow down so he's a few feet behind you guys, and he's gonna just kind of hang his shoulders, like.
He's gonna prowl.
Yeah, he's basically pouting. That's a good word for it.
Alright.
Oh boy.
Silently pouting.
Oh, let's see here. Man. Javier's waiting in front of the door when you guys get there, and he welcomes you in. Brings you, like, guides you to the library like prior. So you're waiting there like 2-3 minutes tops. Then you're brought to the dining room. You're guided to your seats, and then soon after, Raul and Miss Clementine come in. Javier is already there, and then there's another individual that sits down with them. And yeah.
Tulak just holds up his cup, basically.
Jade is like, the stare you're giving could, like, set a fire ablaze.
Out in an old lady's house.
Yeah.
Frederick clears his throat.
Tulak just puts the cup back down and kind of sinks back a little.
Okay.
Oh my gosh. Thank you, Ross family, for hosting us tonight. The pleasure is all ours.
Cedric and Jade, can you each roll me an observation? And Cedric, you could actually roll a healing or medicine.
I only have one success.
Okay.
Okay. I will roll. Healing or medicine? Which one's more?
Well, healing or observation. Sorry.
Oh, I have no successes. That's beautiful.
The doctor with no success.
Great start.
It's a good start.
Real strong.
Get him out of the way, folks.
Cool. With your single success, Raul, he looks a little sleepy. And the other individual with that role, the facial features of him look very similar to Javier, but he doesn't look. His cheeks aren't sunken in, and he's not as slender. Raul kind of resituates himself. So we were planning on having dinner with you last night, but Mildred's shop burnt down. And Javier had told me that you were going to be taking care of that situation. Was that part of the plan?
Are you asking us if we had intentions of burning her shop to the ground?
I'm just wondering. There's a lot of strange things happening lately.
There are a lot of strange things. There was no intention of destroying any kind of property. We did take the liberty of moving and resituating her elsewhere.
Wait,
Is that any creature or
Is it a nut table or what is that?
does she have to roll a deception? Because she said there was no intention of destroying any property.
Oh, I was waiting for her to finish talking before I had her roll.
Oh, my bad.
No problem. I'm going to ask her.
Okay.
Thank you,
I'll
Caleb.
add to that if it would help with her role, but I'll just say it anyway. Sometimes in our line of work there are unforeseen circumstances that are regrettably unavoidable.
I did have 2 successes in my deception.
You can roll a single, Frederick.
Yes. Okay. To add with deception?
Yes.
Okay.
Or persuasion.
Either or, it's just one success.
Okay. Oh man.
Did you roll a nat 20?
What I'm trying to like, I don't want to be having you guys roll and roll and roll and roll. I want to be like, are you purposely trying to read individuals? Or are you trying to hide your eyes? Like, how is each person's like countenance during this meal? Like, did you come in here with confidence and you're trying to read people's reactions, or are you just kind of like, we're here at this meal, I want this over with, kind of thing? Because if I can know the difference, I can ask for different, like, the rolls. So
I know Frederick came in wanting to kind of smooth out the entire situation and very lightly foot around everything and every topic, because I know it's been very difficult between our group and the
Okay.
Rojas family.
okay.
Yeah, Jade would have come in with like confidence of our employer and who we're backed by, like essentially like we're here to do a job, we're
Okay.
doing said job. It wouldn't be like trying to be avoidant or anything like that.
Okay. And I think Cedric is still probably a little buzzed, right? Or no?
Maybe a little bit, but not enough to where you can like. You might feel a little bit groggy. Let's say that.
Okay, so not more than usual. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so
It's like when you take,
It's like the normal
it's like when you
levels.
take your driver's photo drunk, so people think you're normal.
They don't know what baseline
okay,
is.
that wow, that's brilliant. Well, because Jade kind of
Don't
went
do
in.
that.
Yeah, don't do that. But Jade, could you roll me an insight? Do you guys have dice? Do you have dice yet?
No,
We forgot.
I keep forgetting. I'm gonna do it after we're done and just order them.
Okay.
We started making a list of really cool ones, and we just never picked, and now
Oh.
we're here.
Well,
Wait,
those cheap ones I sent you, it's $13 to get all 5. So that's what's nice about that. Now I'll just need the time to paint in the numbers better. Well, how many successes did you have?
But 2.
2. Okay. And what were you saying, Cedric?
it wasn't like anything about the game. I was just saying, have you seen there's like a D20 popcorn bucket you can get for the D&D movie?
Yes, I saw that. I want it so bad.
We all need to go see that. We can talk about that when we're not in the game, but we should all go see that together.
Yeah. Well, I don't think I'll be able to watch. Like, it's a pretty long film, so we'd have to get the right babysitter and stuff like that. But with your 2 successes, after you say that, both of you, about that situation, you definitely see that Raoul's his eyebrow kind of goes up on just his one eye for a second.
Hmm.
Interesting.
And then
Oh.
he grabs his glass and just turns to Miss Clementine and says, "For coming so recommended, they've put us in some pretty tough spots." Javier did talk to you about us explicitly asking not to tell anybody about the situations. People do know about death, but we don't want them to have a mass panic. But I'm definitely going to have words with Thaddeus after all of this. I don't want to be bothering him. And during all this, the individual that's sitting next to him is like his arms are like on the table, and he's just shoveling food into his mouth.
Okay.
And like he's guzzling down like liquid. I'm so sorry. This is our son Ricardo, and he's like, oh, and he's just wiping the food on his sleeves. Good evening. I forgot to eat again. And then like Clementine like rolls her eyes, like how could you forget to do that, kind of thing. He's our resident scientist, Cedric.
Oh,
Oh.
What was that?
Cedric's interest has been piqued.
I thought.
He didn't expect much out of this dinner.
So you're actually looking at, now that you've kind of heard that about Ricardo, you definitely tell that the front part of his jacket is pretty dusty, just in the center, like he's wearing a lab coat most of the time. And he's not wearing it now. His fingers, like the back parts of his hands, are kind of dirty, and like he looks like he's been working and like barely cleaned up. So.
You know, there's a peculiar tradition in Louisiana that I just remembered. See, Mardi Gras is a festival celebration before the unfortunate fasting of Lent. I just think it's peculiar. Don't you think it's interesting that before suffering or after suffering, they would just indulge themselves? I think it's rather comical. And what Frederick is trying to, like, do is insert into his mind the thought that to kind of appease their civilians to maybe have a festival.
Okay. Roll.
You know, it's like, oh no, all this bad stuff happened. Oh, we're at fault. Well, it just so happens we're having a good time.
Okay, so
We're having a good time.
okay, so how about you can roll either a society or persuasion.
Okay, I think I'll go with society on this one.
Okay.
Because it's just kind of what I was thinking. Okay, I just have a single success.
Okay. Well, the 31st is coming up. We could think about it, but hopefully this situation's handled before then. And right about then, you hear the big door creaking again, and you see that little hand in that about between 8 to 10-year-old girl with a porcelain mask and gloves, kind of peek around the door. Clementine glances over, walks over, grabs her, picks her up, and actually sits down at the table with her.
Am I sitting next to Clementine again?
I'll leave that up to you. Would you?
Can Cedric, Ricardo,
What?
Cedric, is there a spot open next to Ricardo?
So are you choosing to move to go sit by him?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So you awkwardly do you just kind of carry your plate and stuff over with you?
This would probably be as soon as he heard that they called him a scientist. So this, like
Okay.
a little backtrack.
Okay. I can. You totally like grabbed your drinks and your plate and brought it over there. Okay. Cool. That tracks. That's pretty funny.
That is very funny.
And so this little girl is sitting on Clementine's lap, and Clementine's like putting your fingers through her hair to just seems to be trying to calm her.
Is she crying or is she just?
Roll an observation.
That I will do. I have 3 successes. Wait. I have 3 successes.
Okay, you're sitting close enough. The mask has to be made out of ceramic or something, but you do notice on the edges of the mask there's actually she has to be wearing a wig or something. any parts of the little bit of skin that you see is like right behind the ear, because the mask goes over. It looks like scar tissue, like burn scar.
So probably burning down one of the houses was not great.
You have the 3 successes. You're recalling 5 years ago there was a fire in their home, and they specified that they lost far more than just physical things.
That's right. I do remember that.
Okay. And the girl kind of looks around, and it is off-putting, but it's like understandable. She has a mask on that looks like a it's sculpted very well. It has a slight smirk on the face, and Clementine just, this is Isabella. She's not supposed to be up this late, but then she looks at Raoul. I guess she heard some loud voices. And he's just I apologize, Isabella. It's just been taxing. And then Javier like reaches over and is like, to Raoul, what my father is saying is it's been taxing on him for him to have control over the our helpers. They are special, and it takes a lot out of him.
Okay, so above table, is he talking about the people that go out at night that were also watching, or is this different?
Because you haven't seen any of them. You've only
That's
seen the...
right.
Yeah.
But it's the same group, we just haven't seen them.
That's the way you're kind of understanding it.
Okay. Okay. I just want to make sure before I said anything in game that I was
Yep.
like... I really don't know what I was going to say there, so...
Okay. Totally okay. Cedric, could you roll an alchemy for me?
I can do that.
Okay.
This should be a good roll. I say should. Where are you? There you are. Two successes.
Okay. I'm
Just barely.
Okay, I'm sending you something. You're noticing that, like, in the corners of his fingernails, it looks like a white powder. Do you know what that is?
Hold on.
Ain?
I'm not gonna say it because I don't want other people.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I sent it to you.
For above table, Jeff, I thought the same thing.
No, I'm just playing.
Yep. Well, I have trouble saying longer names of things sometimes.
Oh,
So,
friendship will shoot. I'd have to think about how we're sitting because I was gonna whisper to Jade.
okay, well, here, let me set up on here, okay? So, you wanted to be seated next to Jade. I'm guessing she would have made Tulak Price sit next to her, I'm guessing.
Yeah. If at the kids' table, he would have sat there.
Yeah.
But
And Jeremiah.
he's next to me on the
Shame.
Okay,
That's
so
funny.
Jeremiah was sitting across from Tulak.
You're getting kicked in the shin the whole night.
No. He did the one punch thing, so he's good. Trying to find my proxies.
And that was
Oh, okay.
agreed upon. One punch.
That was so much fun to roleplay.
It was pretty awesome. To be
Okay,
honest.
so you can see that, and then most of my minis are like monsters and stuff. This is difficult.
We'll take those.
Yeah. Jeremiah can be a monster for this evening.
Jokes, finally.
Well, no, I'll just use some of these.
Zombies.
Yeah, these zombies, I guess. So this will be Javier, and then this one will be Ricardo. So Cedric moved to sit next to him. There, just so you can kind of see the table.
Okay.
Is that, yeah.
That helps. Yeah. Okay. So Frederick will lean over and whisper to Jade. Did they mention that she had a sister? Am I forgetting this, or
What?
Is
Who
that
had a
your
sister?
whisper?
no? This is above table. Like
Oh.
Jeff. Like I don't remember if they mentioned a sister.
The bird girl she was there the first night we were there. We didn't talk to her, but she was there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. We only saw her for like such a brief moment that we didn't interact with her at all.
Okay, I see. Okay, all right. Now I've got it down. What I'm gonna say. Okay, so Frederick will lean over and whisper. Do you think it'd be inappropriate if I mention that we have a celebration of masks where I'm from?
Jade would take a moment and then whisper back. I would just tread lightly on the subject. She is up past her bedtime.
Right.
Thought you were about to say something.
Oh, no.
I was like,
No, I just been to the point to not say something and just keep eating. So it looks like I like your mask.
it's like the
Oh.
stuff, fork and stuff on the plate, like
Yeah.
the fork and knife.
Oh.
Yeah.
So, Cedric, do you want me to text you what you know about it?
Yeah, I mean, I read about it for nowadays, but I don't know about back in those days.
There you go.
I mean, I looked, oh,
Just
okay, I got the first one, but I didn't get the second one.
yeah. And you would know the year that they found that out, so that was 1848.
Oh, Jade would ask if the helpers have had any spottings of the person that goes roof from person or thing that goes roof to roof when appropriate. Like if it's not an appropriate
Okay.
moment, she would not ask it.
Okay, you can ask it, and Raul is. Could you describe it to me?
Like what I would say.
Yeah.
I can imagine it would be taxing. On the subject of the assistance we're getting from them, have they had any spottings or anything that they've spotted or any evidence of the thing going roof to roof?
What does it look like?
Jade would look at Isabella and say, maybe it's not appropriate to describe.
And
what we've seen.
Clementine glances at you quick. All right, I'll be right back. And she carries her out the door, and you do hear kind of going up the steps. And there you go.
Okay. Jade would describe what we've seen as a group, and then what she saw, the creature on the roof. I can't remember all the details about it. I just know it was super scary.
They have the ropes. You could
Yeah.
have
Mentioned the ropes being braided into the roof.
Yeah.
And Jeremiah and
Yeah, Jeremiah just about being unalived.
And he,
Oh,
and
Yeah.
Jeremiah definitely has like a kerchief tied around, like wrapped around his neck higher than usual. And you're done describing this person or creature, and Raoul sits back and he kind of blinks and he shakes quick and he opens his eyes, and like his eyes are gray.
Okay.
Like his eye color is gray, or like his eyes are grayed out.
Like they're all gray, and they kind of have like the only
Like basically like he's rolled his eyes into the back of his head.
no.
Like it's great.
It looks well. That would be a simple way of putting it, but it's gray and it has like whitish veining, almost like his eyes just turned to marble.
Okay.
Oh, cool.
Okay. That's not cool.
mm,
I was just reading the minds of his little helpers.
weeping angels. Okay.
And then blinks again, and you can definitely tell that. And he like breathes heavily. He's like, they did see something similar to that, and he's like started perspirating. They weren't able to track it very far. But it did head towards the outskirts of town. So, thinking of what is out there, we have there's an old stable. It's too far out of town to really use. There's an old water tank. A few shacks. And Javier's like, I can give you directions to that if that will help.
I definitely think we should investigate those places. So it would, yeah, directions would be helpful. Right.
And right about now, Clementine comes back in and sits down. What did I miss? And then Javier would be like a very disturbing explanation of what has been killing our people. Oh, I'm sorry I missed it.
Interesting.
Okay.
And like Clementine just looks straight at Jade. By the way, good choice in your mark, but remember what I taught you. Keep enough of a distance to keep safe and to keep them interested. And then just kind of goes back to her drink.
Jade would not say a word.
Tulok definitely almost choked a little on whatever he was taking a bite of at that moment.
Frederick would make eye contact with Tulok on that one.
he would very intentionally like not say anything, but with his face, just to Frederick if he could.
No,
he would
you
be
guys,
like, wow.
you guys would either both have to lean forward or
Yeah.
both have to lean back because I'm in the middle.
Yeah, you're in
I
the
know,
middle.
makes it better.
Well, I know, but that's exactly what Frederick would just kind of like lean forward as if to like sip some wine or something, and just like
Look right at him. Goes back to quietly eating.
Okay.
Jake's got a knife and a boot, so you better
I've
tread
got
lightly,
two,
buddy.
so you better in a knife fight. It's probably the only place I have an advantage. That's fair.
And Raoul's like, hopefully that's helpful, and I really hope that we can get this situation taken care of. Excuse me, I need to I need to rest. You can stay and eat and drink as much as you want or need. Have a good evening. He kind of he actually stumbles when he gets out of the chair and he heads off. And Ricardo actually stands up and like he had the tablecloth tucked in to part of his shirt, and he gets up and it moves the whole thing. Oh, he runs off to try to help Raoul. And so it's just Clementine, Javier, and you guys, and Clementine is just so Tulok and Jeremiah. I heard that you I think Cedric spent some time at my establishment. Did you enjoy it?
Tulok looks over at Jeremiah and kind of like raises his glass, like, you can go ahead and answer this one, basically. Because he's trying not to talk. So.
And he wipes his mouth. Oh, madam. So you're the one that started Jezebel's palace. And she nods. Well, I can say that your girls are well taken care of, and they think very highly of you.
Was that in game or above table secret?
What did he say?
Oh.
What did he say? Like I'm having trouble hearing him, I think.
Oh, I just said, wow.
Oh, okay.
Tulok sits back in his chair, and he's probably a little red-faced, but he's just sipping his water.
Oh, she's
That's just when he's run out of food.
okay. She's like looking at you.
Jade at this point would look at you as to indicate you can answer her question.
You have a very wonderful establishment. Takes another.
Thank you. It's and looking at Jade, there's very few things that we can actually have the power in, but that's definitely one. And then she leans forward and staring right at you, Tulok.
As she's staring, Cedric would on purposely rudely interrupt, kind of to take the tension away. It is a wonderful establishment. Unfortunately, I didn't get to spend very much time there, but your girls were wonderful help to me and my colleagues, and we enjoyed it and would recommend it to anyone around here.
Please
Good
do.
save. Wow, good save, Cedric.
He's making up for the pocket sands.
Okay, so now, just so you all know, he worded that in such a way like I don't need to have him roll a persuasion. That was on point. Awesome. Please do. But I believe I must retire. Javier can entertain. But Jade, do remember what I said. Gets up and what was that?
I said, have a good evening.
Okay. I think your audio went down a little bit, but let's see. Let me check mine. There. Can you talk a little bit again?
Jade would smile at Clementine politely and say, have a good evening.
Okay. So it's just y'all and Javier in this room.
Well, I would call that a huge success.
Javier, do you want us to investigate those locations after we receive the addresses? Presuming we have those tomorrow.
Oh, I can give them to you right now. You
Okay.
You actually passed by them entering town.
Perfect.
So, do you need anything else from me?
I don't believe so. You've been a gracious host.
Yes, thank you very
Tulok
much.
would raise his glass to that.
Well, looking at you, Jade, I seem to have learned from the best. And then y'all have a wonderful evening, and simply that, I guess.
Wait, why did he look at me and say that?
He said I learned from the best.
About being a host? Is that right?
Yep.
Okay. I wanted to make sure I heard that right. I was like,
He didn't say it's Tulok.
yeah.
What does it mean?
So you guys are like, I'll just say you guys are leaving the building. How's that?
Yeah.
Perfect.
As soon as he left, I'm assuming we would have followed whichever servant or
Yeah.
employee let us
Ushered
out.
out,
Yeah.
Yep.
What time would it be when we were done with dinner?
You got like 11:30.
Perfect time to go hunting.
Yeah, perfect time to be spooked.
Tulak would do a big stretch as soon as he was out. Like he's been on his best behavior. He didn't say a single dumb thing for several hours. This has been a big night for him.
And
Well, I thought dinner went very well. And then he's gonna lean in and whisper, "Can I talk now?" Whew! Great. Well, where are we off to?
I think the most interesting and likely of options is that water tower. As our prey seems to like high places.
I think you're absolutely correct about that. The other places wouldn't be as high.
Mm-hmm.
I think we should go there first.
Before heading that direction, I have a little conversation I want to have with Cedric, but that's only if we're moving in that direction, just so we don't forget.
Yeah, I think we're all in agreement to
Okay,
head that
cool.
way. So
Cool. I would kind of lean over to Cedric, and I'm not trying to keep this a secret by any means, but I'm just going to Cedric because I think he would know more. What happened with his eyes back there? Did you see that?
Did I? Was that a part of my first medical
No.
role that I failed?
no, were you trying to make conversation with Ricardo at all?
I was just kind of observing him. That's how I found. Well, I think I wanted to make conversation, and then I saw that and his fingernails, and I was like, I'll wait on that.
Okay, so let's just put it like you started to just kind of seeing the way he was moving and everything, and you're kind of noticing that he would have been, like with that alchemy, he's definitely a chemist.
Okay.
So like there's discoloration on his right index finger and middle finger and thumb. Even you can definitely tell that he wears the same color leather gloves, and that discoloration is going through. There's slight burns on different fingers from most likely acids and things, but that's so you were paying attention to that. So he totally did not see the eye change.
Okay.
Oh,
I do not know what you're talking about.
At one point, when we were asking if his people had seen anything, and Frederick, maybe you know about this too, he kind of leaned back and his eyes started to look like that shiny rock. It was kind of gray and it had like white veins in it, kind of like the marble, and then he blinked and it was gone, and he knew the answer.
Can I make a medicine?
I'm glad you asked, Tulak. Of course I know the answer.
Please roll a healing too.
Two successes.
You
A 1 and a 19.
what was that?
I rolled a 1 and a 19. Oh wait, no, that's 3 successes.
That's 3 successes.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna say that you just made 2 momentum.
Yeah.
Because with 1 success, you're like, he probably just rolled his eyes, he just rolled his eyes back, and Tulak wasn't paying attention. That's what you're thinking.
Uh-huh.
Because that's the only thing that makes sense. Carry on, Frederick.
Oh, yes. Why, of course, Tulak, I'm glad you asked. Of course I know the answer. You see, this town has many mines, many quarries, yes? Okay, so the Rojas are very heavily involved with that. So their people are digging up stone. Why? To make gargoyles, which in France are protector spirits. They sit upon birches. So this man obviously summoned a spirit of a gargoyle, a protector spirit, that he has placed around town and subjected his eyes through the eyes of the gargoyle, trading places with it. sounds incredibly painful. But you know, I believe it. I believe the druids do the same thing with animals. So, mm,
2 questions. What's a gargoyle? And if it is up top, how come it hasn't fought the thing?
I have a question.
it's a big, scary stone demon.
I do not want to meet a gargoyle.
No, but they're good guys. So I hear.
Cedric has a question.
Okay, yes, Cedric.
Are you on drugs?
Um,
He did do peyote once. I know that.
currently,
It was my
no.
peyote.
But if you have more peyote, you can share it.
If I
No.
did, I would get.
Listen, drugs are merely an entrance into the spirit realm.
Precisely.
And
A revealer of what is already there.
Just pissed off the spirits.
They already hate me. Except for the great spirit, the raven.
So you guys are heading towards that.
The water tower.
Okay. There also is a. So it's kind of like a. Like a smaller version of the town is kind of in that area. So.
Oh, like a bunch of different buildings and stuff.
Yeah.
Above the
Oh,
table.
boy,
down-
Nathan.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was about to say. Is above the table, I found one of your gargoyles.
It's a demon.
Okay. I'm gonna text you something, Jeff.
Oh, okay.
I like that I get to do these whispers.
Ah.
Roll an observation for me.
Oh, okay. Suck a toad.
How funny that you would say a toad.
Cheese and rice.
A critical fail and no successes.
I hope whatever that was not important.
Could have been.
Everyone was important.
I guess that's a good point, babe. We're about to walk into a trap. Thanks, Frederick.
You're welcome.
Okay, you after you talk about this, you do Frederick glances back at the Rojas home, but you're too far away to really notice anything.
Dang it!
No way. Above table. No way you got that first guess. Way to go, Jeff.
No, I didn't. It's not guaranteed.
Yeah, or the rope things on the roof, but if it is, I don't know that I want to charge in their house and burn that one down too.
Hey. This is my
No,
best-
I totally. Frog, you can't use this, I'm saying it. But I totally thought that we were gonna. The girl was gonna go upstairs and then all of a sudden it'd just be like, oh yeah, she got strangled that night. And it's like, great. She's supposed to be dead.
I was like, as soon as she goes upstairs, we're gonna hear a scream.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Or that spindly man is her imaginary friend.
Or she is the man. She is the future.
Oh wow. Okay, so you guys are walking up onto this area. Oh boy. So it takes you a little bit. So it's on your left. There's these Pueblo homes built into the side of the mountain or whatever, and there's like a stable, and there's definitely like a water tower, kind of like a water catching tower, like the old West style ones. Kind of in between the bigger, like the between the stable and some of the homes. So. And it's probably about midnight right now.
Jade, would you like to light a lantern or anything? Truth be told, I'm scared to stumble across this thing in the dark without any kind of preparation.
Jade would grab her lantern and light it.
Tulok would make sure that his weapons were in a place that he could grab them quickly.
This is just another thing that Jade can throw. It's not something I buy.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I just didn't want to walk up on it with our critical
I'm not saying I will, guys. I'm just saying fireworks last time to keep me alive. So if we gotta use it, I'll use it. All right.
All right.
I'm gonna look around and see if I notice anything out of the ordinary. See if I would start with any rooftops or like the top of the mountain to see if I see anything. But then I would look closer around.
Okay, roll an observation for me.
Sweet! Two successes.
Okay. 2 successes. So you're looking up kind of at the crest of the canyon. Not much movement. You see in the you do see like slight movement in the stable.
I'm gonna pause and look a little closer, and I'm gonna signal at everybody that I see something in the stable. I'm gonna pull out my metal knife and start walking towards the stable.
Okay.
Frederick is gonna give you the look of like it's probably a horse. Who's it gonna look like?
Tulok shrugs in agreement, but keeps walking because it's the only thing he noticed. And he's gonna turn around and go, "If it grabs me, you know what to do." Look at the lantern, and then I'm gonna turn around and walk back towards the stable.
If it grabs me, set the place on fire.
Okay. Let's see. So how are you walking up onto the stable? Are you going to the very front of it, or what are you doing?
Where did I see the movement at? And that'll help me answer.
This is a wooden structure with like stone, like half walls. It's pretty big, about maybe 40 feet wide by like 60 to 70 some feet long.
Okay.
So you saw it kind of in the front corner.
Front corner, inside or outside?
You saw it through a window.
Oh, okay, perfect. All
Yeah.
right, sorry, I forgot that.
Yeah.
Okay, are any of the doors left ajar? Because if so, I would head towards a door. But if there are no doors that I can see ajar, then I would actually head for the window.
Okay, well, you're. Let's see. I'm gonna try to.
Here's my reasoning. I don't know if this will help. Tulok's not really that great of a tactician. So he's really just going for the easiest way of obtaining more information about what's inside.
Okay. I'm getting beckoned. So what I'm gonna do is, you guys can like chat, but I'm gonna pause everything here. And so in the for those watching, I'm gonna go to our scenery change.
Yep.
Okay, I'm back. Wait, that's the wrong one. That's there we go. Ah! Ah! There we go. Oh, and this got shifted again. Okay. Yep. Sorry about that. All right. So what did you guys plan-io?
Well, Tulok's still heading for it to see if it's a horse or if it's the rope spindly creature of doom.
Okay.
The attic man.
The attic man.
I love that.
That's the best name ever. Good job.
Mhm.
Yeah, the attic man. Tulok's on the hunt for the attic man.
Okay.
Follow-up name would be Hangman.
Ooh. Dang.
That's another good one. That's quality. AKA
Okay,
Jeremiah's worst
Now,
nightmare.
every time we mention him, we have to refer to him as the Attic Man or the Hangman. We
Deal.
can just interchange it, but
Deal.
one of us, yeah.
He's probably one of those like spirits. Like the more you say his name, the more he's likely to appear.
That's what I was just thinking. Like all the horror movies where
Say his
we
name
say-
3 times and you get a rope tied around your neck.
Yeah.
We're like Attic Man, Attic Man.
Attic man, attic man, attic man.
Okay. So you're coming from this direction here.
Okay,
Here's the window you saw.
perfect.
You do remember one here, but being that
Okay.
you didn't. Okay, let's see here. Okay. So, let me shift this way. Alrighty. So what is your planio?
The window I'm assuming is got a pane of glass in it, right? Or is it open?
It's open.
Oh, well then I'm just gonna go lean right in there and see what I see.
Okay.
So I'll just lean over the banister and I'll try to take a look and see if there's enough light in there, and if there's not, then I'll ask Jay for the lantern if there's not enough light to see.
Okay, it's pretty dark in there. Just going up. It
Okay, so I'll lean back over. I'll look over my shoulder and say, Jay, do you mind if I hold on to your lantern for a moment? Thanks. And I'm gonna hold it first, so I'll lean it through the threshold of the window first to kind of see what I see, and then I'll look basically just to observe as much as I possibly can.
okay. Roll an observation for me.
I knew you were gonna say that.
You used the word observe.
He
Yes,
said
I did.
observe and see like 3 times.
Well, I got 2 successes, so well, I don't know how much needed, but it felt like a lot.
2 successes. Okay, you and so it's a broken up stable like that. Can you see those dividers?
I can.
Yeah.
Okay, so those are like walls. I did not build this facility specifically because why waste the time just in case you guys don't go there? So
Fair.
Yeah, fair point.
I've done it too many times. So it sucks so bad. Okay, so you see that. And there are like holes in the roof. The shadow from like right about here kind of looms over of where that water tower is. Just trying to give you the visual, and then there's the houses farther down. There is there's kind of like, no, there's the back door there. And then it's difficult to see from there because those walls do kind of go up higher. But that's what you're seeing in there. Your two observation. There's still a whole bunch of tack and everything still hanging there, but it looks really old. Like the whole place looks like run down, but like there's piles of blankets and stuff like that that's just been left there.
Definitely no horses or donkeys.
No.
I'm gonna keep looking. So I'm gonna keep looking in there, but I'm gonna say over my shoulder to Jade and the gang, and say, I don't know if we want to split up and have a few people check the water tower and a few people come in here with me. But I really feel like I need to go in here and see what was causing the movement, because this place looks like it's been abandoned for a while.
Jade, go. I'm going to the water tower.
I'll stay out here and keep watch for anything else.
Jeremiah, you want to come in here with me?
Roll a persuasion.
Dang.
I'm terrible at persuasion. Let's see what I get.
And it's Jeremiah, so that's harder.
It's 0 successes.
I'm not even gonna have him roll.
Okay.
Miss Jade, I'll go with you.
The last time that you were outside, something that I refused to talk of happened, so perhaps you should go with Jade.
That's what I was saying there.
Thank
Miss Jade, I'm going with you.
Sounds good. Pleasure to
So-
have your acquaintance.
So I'm keeping the lantern.
So it seems you're with Cedric, Tulak.
Yeah. Woo! All right, Doc, grab whatever contraptions you have for self-defense, and let's go. And with that, I'm going to start crawling through the window to go into the stable.
Okay. Cedric, do you follow?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm glad you sound so excited about this, CJ.
Okay. I'm gonna do this. Move this here. Have these here. So, Jade and Jeremiah, you're heading to the water tower, you said, correct?
Yes, we are.
Okay. So I'm going to shift this like that. And I'm just going to make the that is the footprint, okay?
Okay.
So you're
This
heading
is clever. These toothpicks work, or whatever it is. They work well.
coffee stirrers. That's what I actually use for boards for scale. So,
Oh, nice.
or at least close to scale.
Well, it looks good.
Not focusing. Okay, so
It works.
so Jade, Tulak didn't give your lantern back.
Yeah, I know. I have matches.
So are you just lighting them and just kind of holding it?
Yeah.
Oh,
They're the matches that Thaddeus gave me.
oh, the green flame.
Yeah, the green flame ones.
Okay.
Oh wait, does that mean Tulak's lantern is green, or my lantern that Tulak has is green?
If that's well, is that what you use to light it?
Yeah.
make sure you
that's what I used.
Make sure you subtract your match.
Yep. Let me do that.
Cool. I got a green lantern. Not to be confused with the
Green lantern.
the bro.
Roll credits.
Roll credits. That's the origin story.
No, definitely not. Okay, so. So, Jade, what is your goal going to the water tower?
Well, I guess my priority is to not have Jeremiah get got again.
Okay.
And just mainly kind of approach and like see if there's a way up the water tower, if there's anything suspicious looking, if there's a way that we can climb the water tower, just kind of like trying to get the lay of the water tower before we really do anything.
So you're kind of like circling it?
Yes.
Okay, so what I'll do is you can roll an observation. This would be like, because it's dark out, it would be 3 successes, but you only need 2 because you're taking your time going around.
I have 2 successes.
Splendid. There is a ladder. It looks kind of rickety, but this water tower is, kind of looking at it, it's a pretty astounding structure. It's about like a 30-foot diameter base, and you don't really know how tall the barrel of it is, but it's 25 feet to the barrel of it. Do you want to start climbing that?
Yes, I would go first.
Okay, so you start climbing there. Frederick, what are you doing? Because you're kind of in between both of them.
Yep. I'm keeping a watch out for the roof of the stable.
Okay.
For movement, and the top of the water tower and the bottom of the water tower.
Okay. What?
And if I see anything, I'm gonna holler.
Okay. Alrighty. So. Okay. Tulak and Cedric, what are you guys doing?
I would just be walking in. I wouldn't be, like, I'm not tiptoeing, but I'm definitely I'm taking my time to look at the details. I'm looking up, I'm looking kind of side and around, looking to see. Honestly, I'm expecting to find a body hanging or see if there's any kind of debris, and I should say instead of and find whatever was moving.
Okay. I'm just going to kind of go with your original 2 roll of the observation.
Okay.
Like I said, there's things hanging on the walls, like leather straps, bridles and ropes and blankets and stuff like that, like piles of blankets. So you're kind of moving over things. It looks like people have used this as like a garbage. So there's broken bottles. So as you're walking through, and Cedric, are you following him closely? I'll just say you didn't.
Yeah, no. I think I've got a revolver, my Derringer in my left hand, and then my metal arm is ready to spray acid.
Okay, all right. So are you kind of close by Tulak? Like, what do you?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a little bit like a foot, 2 feet apart.
Okay. Are you watching his 6, or are you just kind of going around?
Watching his 6.
Okay.
Kind of like his.
So you're kind of walking backwards almost?
Kind of. Very slowly though.
Okay. Okay. So Jade, you're most of the way up that ladder. And you did get the 2 successes before. So you're at the base of the barrel, so you kind of knock on it. It has water in it.
Interesting.
Somebody's probably sleeping.
Yeah, but this is way out of town, so interesting it has water in it.
Especially at an abandoned stable.
Yep. Jade would say down to Jeremiah, there's water in here.
That would be odd.
Is there a way that I can keep going, or is
Yeah.
there like a
You can keep
a
going
walkway?
up. You can keep going up.
Okay, Jade would keep going up.
It's you're not using a match right now, so you're going in the dark. It's by, yeah. So which direction are you going to, Locke? You're gonna go down the hall, like in essence the hall, or
Yeah, because I think I'd be able to see the most if I keep going down the hall. And every time I go across one of the openings, I would turn and look into the opening, but I would just keep walking down the hall.
okay. So you go
Unless
up.
Cedric called something out to me, but I'd be letting him know if there was anything that might trip him up or anything. So
Okay. So you're about there at the moment. Frederick, could you roll me a observation?
Oh yeah. A single success.
Okay. You're feeling pretty confident because you're glancing up at Jade, looking at Jeremiah, and then you keep glancing inside. And it's pretty easy to see Tulok and Cedric because of the light.
Okay.
And there's nothing on top. You're not seeing anything there, so you feel pretty confident. Jade, you crest the very top, and you're looking over, and it does not smell super. It's like stagnant smelling water.
Okay. Can I light a match at this point to see?
Yeah, so you kind of put your elbows over the edge and light to be able to see.
Okay.
There's like debris and stuff on the top, like dust and stuff like that.
Yeah. Jeremiah, there's nothing up here. It's pretty dusty, so I have a feeling that nothing's been up here in a while.
All right then. If you want to come down, we can keep looking
Yeah,
somewhere.
I'll come down. So, start.
something that looked like Doom.
Cedric and Tulok, could you both roll me a acrobatics?
I'm sweet delighted too.
Here we go.
I had 2 successes.
Okay.
One success.
Tulok, I don't know if this helps or not, but Tulok would attempt to help Cedric in any way possible. So I don't know what we're acrobating for, but Tulok would attempt to help Cedric in it.
How many successes was that? Tulok
2.
and Cedric.
One.
Okay. You both feel at the same time a strange tightening around one of your ankles and a losing of gravity itself. And you're being pulled, and that's where we're going to start up next time.
You're getting got.
No.
This time, Jade is not in the very front
Yeah.
of the combat zone.
Yeah, remember that next time Tulok says, I see movement, y'all like, no, you idiot.
There's movement in the stable. I wonder what it is.
I've been wrong every time. It feels kind of good to get got.
Alright.
You say that now.
Yeah, wait until you finally get your wish, Nathan, and Tulok is dead.
I know. I'm kidding.
Finally get my wish. It better be glorious. If Tulok's going down, it better be good.
Nope.
The great crow spirit will bring him back.
The great crow.
You'll
You
never
only
die.
thought you were dead.
We'll bring you back.
I'll just remind Tulok that he has a few spirits around him that may make
Oh.
his end really bad.
That's true. They can make it for real.
Did everyone have fun? I know we had to take that
Yes.
break, but
Yeah.
okay.
It was good.
I just wanted to make sure that we had an okay stopping point. That it's like, it's not too bad. So
No, it's perfect.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
perfect.
That means both of our games we're going straight into combat. Our next game.
Yeah.
Oh, goodness.
yeah.
Oh, that's gonna be a blast.
Yes, that'll be a lot of fun.
Yep.
So, Froggy, just to confirm, we're playing on the 17th.
Let me double check the.
At 8 o'clock.
Yeah, no, I'm asking if you have class that day.
Oh, I thought you said 15th.
No, I'm asking if you do.
17th still works for us, just for the record.
If you're wondering where the message is, I have it right here.
Yeah, I've sent it to all my groups. So, for those watching, thank you very much, and we'll see you next time.